guys, it's Miss Magda and my lovely assistant Lily. We're going to show you a few more games that you can do over the summer or whenever the weather's nice. And all you need is some pool noodles, a ball later on, and maybe some tennis racket, badminton racket. You can use a broom, anything that you can use as a tool to move the ball around. So let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do is we just have some colorful noodles on the ground, and you can easily do this at home. They're simple to use, colorful. I like the bright colors, so they're visually stimulating. So if your child doesn't pay attention where they're stepping, this is very good activity. Lily, walk over those. Okay. And see, she's walking one step at a time. And if you have a younger child, like my friends in preschool, this is perfectly fine. An older child might start like this too, if their balance or visual perception is a little bit affected. But if they're doing fine and they're going step over step, that means that they're ready to go to the next level. And I forgot to say, you can use these outside, you can use these at home. You can just make marks with chalk on the sidewalk and have your child walk over them. I like these because they have a little bit of a height that's about 2 inches possibly. You can tape something on the ground or on the floor. You can just put threads or sticks or like yardsticks, measuring tape, whatever you have, just to kind of visually divide things that you want your child to step over. So if your son or daughter are fine stepping over it, we're gonna do jumping. So, okay, ready? And notice she is leading with one foot. So to help her with that, and your child may or may not do that. Lily, come over here. You're going to, you can hold their hands. So, all right, Lily, ready? Very good. And it's okay if they put a lot of pressure on your hands. That means that they don't have enough power yet in their quads and they don't have enough speed to have a good takeoff from the ground. So ready? Very good. All right. So we're going to go from the beginning. And she's going to jump over these. Very good. Good. And go backwards. You can go faster. No, turn around. And if your child is having no difficulty whatsoever with this, you can add a little bit of challenge and have them jump sideways. So sideways is difficult for children with visual spatial deficits, children that have trouble coordinating their left and right, who have trouble crossing midline. So this is a very good practice, and if your child is having difficulty, like if you notice them, if they stand sideways and they turn to jump, that means that your child might need practice with that. So first, you're going to hold your kid's hands and you're going to step over. Good. And step over. And I want you to pay attention to how your child's hips are positioned, because if they're holding your hand but their body is turning, that is not sideways stepping. My torso is now facing forward. So make sure that their hips, and you can tell them like, point your belly at me, or like make sure your nose and your belly button are facing me, okay? And sideways, good job. Once they can do that, you can practice with them jumping. Jumping is harder, so ready? Hop. Very good, and hop. Nice, and hop. So this is just a few different exercises. You can have them do like a almost like a football or an army drill, and have them lift their knees, go like this. You can have them go sideways, backwards, however you want to use that. So he's gonna demonstrate that. Very good. The next activity I wanted to show you, okay, Lily, hold on one second, is, Lily, Eddie, if you wanted to show them, is kind of pre-athletics, pre-sport things. So this will kind of help your child if they are planning on joining a sport or be in, either Special Olympics or a team at school. We're going to work on bilateral hand-eye coordination. We're going to work on timing, visual perception, and balance. So this is, sorry, I started to set it up, but these are just garden stakes, and put them in the ground, and this is kind of how these are on the ground. So you can, to make this activity simplest, you will, Lily, no, come stand right here. No, without anything. We're going to roll the ball. That's the simplest, but it still works on your quads. You need to squat a little bit, and you still need to direct the ball to another person and under the little rainbow hoop thing. Okay, so that's the simplest. You can, if your child is not having any trouble with it and they can do it easy peasy, you can have them kick the ball. That should be harder because they have to balance on one foot while they're making the movement and directing the ball with the other foot. Very good. And the activity that I actually wanted to work on is a continuation of that crossing midline diagonal movement. And we're going to use, just got these at the dollar store, but you can use, if you have a tennis racket, you can use, oh my gosh, you can use a broomstick. If you don't have, a badminton racket or a tennis racket. So your child is going to stand here and make sure that they're standing sideways and the ball is kind of right between their legs, and they can be very close to this. This is just, we're practicing that swinging cross body motion. Harder. Very good. So if good. So if she was having trouble, which she kind of is, you can use a tennis racket and go ahead. You can also help your child and have them bend their knees a little bit, and you can move them through the motion by grabbing their hands and kind of do it hand over hand. Okay? So that's kind of it for that. But this movement is used, in tennis and hockey and golf. Tons of different sports have that kind of movement. So it would be a good practice if your child wanted to do a camp or if they wanted to join a sport later on. Last activity is visual tracking, hand-eye coordination, and this is a taped noodle. So we have a noodle theme going on. You can use kind of like an inflatable raft if you have one, or a hula hoop, a basket, a bucket, whatever you have. So for preschoolers, I would place it 3-4 feet away. For older kids, 5-6 feet, and she's holding this. If you have the cornhole or bago game, you can use that. That's harder though because the hole is really small. This is a little bit bigger. Hula hoop would be the easiest because it's the largest area, and the child can do that. Good. What you want your child to do is make sure the opposite foot is forward, and they're swinging. And sometimes I use the term tick tock. So, because a lot of the kids will try to go like this, or they'll try to go up. So just gentle underhand motion, tick, tock, and release. Very good. This is our video for today. You can easily adjust most of these activities to be able to do them inside. These would be the hardest, but you can use a brother or sister, the other parent, and they can stand like this, and you can roll the ball between their legs. You can use chair legs, or a little stool, anything you can think of, to make like that little arch, like a target for your child to kick the ball to, or roll the ball to, or hit the ball to with whatever tool you're using. Sorry, I wanted to give you a variety of things and different options. I hope you have fun with it, and if you have any questions, please email me. All right, thank you. Bye.